it's important for patients to realize that they actually have access to this tissue. Now, since pathology diagnosis is the cornerstone of treatment, a correct diagnosis, patients need to realize that they can actually request a second opinion on their pathology tissue, and that pathologists' feelings are not hurt by that. In fact, pathologists themselves will often get a second opinion, and patients should realize it's well within their rights and often in their interests to get such a second opinion. And all they need to do is write a letter and get the help of their physician in facilitating that and getting a second opinion done on the tissue. It's also possible, and in fact it's probable, that a variety of new tests are going to be developed that will require that the tumor tissue actually be frozen tissue, or tissue that was never placed in one of these wax blocks or put in one of those fixatives. And that raises, I think, another important issue. Many hospitals now and academic medical centers have begun to realize the importance of storing a piece of tissue not only like this, but actually just as a hunk or a chunk of tissue put in a -80 freezer so that all of the molecular components are still intact and can be assayed at some later time. And many hospitals are already in the process of this, but it's probably in patients' interest to ask or to try to set up beforehand to have a piece of such material available. This would require a coordination between the neurosurgeon and the pathologist, but it is certainly doable, and one would encourage patients to try to have that done for themselves. It's not all that much work. Most pathologists would actually be capable of freezing a piece of tumor tissue. The issues would be they would need instructions as to how that should be done. They would need to coordinate with the surgeon so that they had the tissue when it was fresh and ready to be frozen, and they need to have a place to put it. And many academic medical centers already have these appropriate tumor tissue banks in order to facilitate this kind of a process.